Hi there, Danielle.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Paulo.
Nice to meet you.
This is the first time in the city?
No, I've been here a couple times before. I like it so far.
Yeah, good. Everything's going fine. You got here nice and safe, and you didn't have a lot of traffic, or what?
A little bit, but nothing that's too bad.
Yeah. You expect a little traffic from the GTA area, anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
If you could just follow me through here, this area, we're gonna go through the lobby, and then we'll start the interview.
Thank you.
So I got a bottle of water here for you, just in case you get thirsty. There'll be a couple questions we're gonna ask you.
Thank you.
So we're just going to start off with some open-ended questions, then we'll transition into some situational questions, and then finish with some behavior questions. And I'll be taking notes as you give me answers, and if I need to slow down, I'll let you know, but otherwise just keep giving me more answers, okay? Okay, let's start. So, what do you think is the purpose of a firefighter, and what are some of their roles and responsibilities?
Okay, well, the obvious thing that comes to mind is protecting the citizens of the municipality. So whether that be from house fires, accidents, anything along those lines. So duties would be fire suppression equipment, chemical spills, and using any fire safety education that I have.
Okay. How would you describe the hierarchy of the fire department?
Okay, so it's more of like a paramilitary style workplace, so understanding the chain of command and appropriate ranks.
Do you have any certifications that you've recently obtained that would be helpful to the role of a firefighter?
So first aid, heavy equipment operation,
Okay.
DZ license, and hazmat training.
Great. And besides your your OAFI certificate, do you have any other emergency service related experience?
So I've done a little bit of volunteering with the general public. So
Okay.
That involved first aid, chemical containment, and fire suppression. So a little bit of everything.
Excellent. We're going to transition right now into some situational questions. So the position requires you to work a 24-hour long shift. What are you going to do to prepare for the shift, and what kind of things will you do in your downtime?
Okay, so I would make sure that my sleeping schedule is arranged to fit with that overnight shift. During my downtime, just checking over my tools, my equipment, make sure everything is working properly, communicate with my team members, make sure that we are all in sync with each other, and maybe building relationships with my team members as well.
Okay, great. So during your shift, you enter an accident scene where there's some civilians that need to be extricated or removed from the accident scene. You hear a male screaming about a baby in the back seat. What would be your investigative process, and how would you rescue these passengers?
Okay, that's a good question. So first, I would make sure that everything is safe for my team to be able to operate. So if the car is not hanging or leaning, I'll tend to any of the passengers in the car, ask who's in the car. I would inform my team members of what's going on, what I'm doing, and instruct them to help me start cutting the vehicle. I would probably then backboard the male in order to remove him from the vehicle, and then in the end I would probably report my findings to my captain.
Now we'll change gears and we'll move on to a behavioral question.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you witnessed a safety hazard, either at work or at home. What were your corrective actions?
Okay, so as my resume states, I used to work for the city. And when we were on a job, I found a chemical spill that I wasn't really sure what it was. So I brought this to the attention of my supervisor to figure out what would need to be done from there.
Okay, what about the situation seemed very dangerous?
I just didn't know what it was, so I wanted to at least make sure that it wasn't anything dangerous. It could have been something completely harmless, but I just wanted to be sure.
What did you do to quarantine the threat?
So I talked to my supervisor, and then they took any measures to make sure nobody was around the spill or anything like that. So.
Did you inform any others about the spill?
Yeah, I informed all my coworkers, kind of said, hey, maybe don't go over there. told them I wasn't sure, but that maybe it was best to avoid that area.
And finally, did you wear any protective equipment?
Yeah, we all had our steel-toed boots on, gloves, the correct clothing, so bright orange, anything that was required.
That concludes the question part of the interview.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, actually, I was just kind of wondering how many candidates you guys have interviewed or have applied for this, and how many you're looking for.
Okay, I can't really answer the first part of your question because that's private, but I can tell you there's 3 positions we're hiring for Mississauga.
Okay.
Okay?
That's good. I think that's all I have yet.
That's it? Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just thought I'd let you know that we'll be contacting you in approximately 4 days,
Okay.
business days, and we'll let you know the results and we'll contact you by phone.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks again, Danielle.
Thank
Take
you.
care.